Hello everyone. Samsung, it's about to update its mid-range A series. And in this video, we'll take a look at what the Galaxy A26, A36, and A56 have in store for us. The announcement is rumored to be just a few weeks away, so I've gathered all the latest leaks. Design, cameras, hardware, it's all here. Are you ready to find out if the new model is worth getting? Then let's go. I recommend subscribing and liking the video so you don't miss the reviews. Let's start with the design. Judging by the renders, Samsung doesn't stray far from its usual style. But there is an update. The rear camera now sits on an oval duck background. It looks stylish and modern. The Galaxy A26 will come in black, the A36 in blue, white, and black, while the A56 will delight us with pink, dark, and 2 shades of gray. The A26 has a teardrop notch and a thick chin at the bottom, while the A36 and A56 have thinner ones. The bezels and the neat cutout for the front camera. On top of that, it has IP67 protection against water and dust. Take them to the beach or the pool without fear. Now let's talk about the screens. All 3 models come with an AMOLED panel with a full HD plus resolution of 2340x 1080 on pixels, a refresh rate of 120 Hz. The A26 and A36 have a screen size of inches, while the A56 is slightly larger. It has Gorilla Glass Victus Plus, so scratches are not a concern. There's an optical fingerprint scanner built right into the screen, and stereo speakers for immersive sound. The picture will be bright and smooth. Games and videos will definitely be a hit. When it comes to the battery, Samsung doesn't surprise us. The capacity for all 3 is 5000 mAh, just like the previous models. But there's a catch with the charging. The Galaxy A36 and A56 support 45-watt fast charging, from 0 to 50% in half an hour if the rumors are to be believed. The A26 is more modest, with only 25 watts, so it will take a bit longer to charge. Unfortunately, there's no wireless charging. This is still a feature of flagship models. But the battery life should be up to par. A day without a power outlet is guaranteed. Let's move on to the hardware. The Galaxy A26 will be equipped with Exynos 1280, a 5nm chip like the A25. A reliable mid-range option with either 6 or 8 GB of RAM and storage options of 128 or 256 GB, plus a slot for microSD cards. A36 will get something more serious. Snapdragon 6, Gen 3 or 7S, Gen 2, also 6 or 8 GB of RAM. But the A56 is a real beast with the Exynos 1000, 1580 on a 4nm process and graphics X-Clips 540. There's up to 12 GB of RAM here. All 3 models will run on Android 15 with One UI 7 out of the box. And the support for updates will likely last for 5 to 6 years. Cameras. This is where Samsung always strives. All 3 have a 50-megapixel sensor with optical stabilization and an aperture of f1.8. There are few details about the 26, but the A36 will add an 8-megapixel ultra-wide angle lens with a 123-degree field of view and a 5-megapixel macro lens, while the A56 will almost do the same. This entire set has just been completed. Here, the selfies will be sharp with the 12-megapixel cameras on the A36 and A56, which have been upgraded to 12 megapixels. We're expecting some cool portrait videos, likely up to 4K at 30 FPS for Instagram and TikTok. That's more than enough, but what about the price? So far, there are no exact figures, but rumors suggest that the A26 will start at around $225 to $280. The A36 will be around $340 to $400, and the A56 could go for $450 to $500. This is if we base it on previous models in the market. We're expecting the announcement in March, which is the traditional time for the A series. If the leaks are true, Samsung is targeting the mid-range segment where it wants to offer flagship power for less money. Will they succeed? We'll find out soon. So, the Galaxy A26, A36, and A56 are solid mid-range devices with vibrant screens, a fresh design, and decent cameras. The A56 clearly stands out for its hardware and charging, but the younger models are not far behind either. What do you think? Is it worth getting one? Leave your comments below. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe, and click the bell. There's still a lot more news coming from the world of technology.